Las Vegas Discount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. Las Vegas Discount.net. Las Vegas Discount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit Las Vegas Discount.net.
FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net Radio!
Hola, soy Julio César Chávez.
That's lights out, baby. Lights out all day.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a one-hour television spectacular.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
We gon' know. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I got friends all over the world, man.
Who gives a shit with White? He's a piece of crap.
With a tear in my eye.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Honish, Andrew Labouche, bringing you the wonderful world of boxing. Miguel is on assignment, but I have it on the deepest of authority, Andrew, that there is more afoot than Miguel just not being able to join us for the next couple of weeks on Fight Net Radio Sundays. Are you ready for the conspiracy?
What's this?
It's Dan Rayfield. We're going to have a guest join us shortly who can confirm this. But to be perfectly honest, my sources out of Australia have confirmed, wait, Aussie, oi, and or our Kiwi correspondent. Ooh, I think that's as many insults as I can get into. Is Kiwi New Zealand or Australian? I almost want to look that up. Whatever. I'm sure he'll correct me. But our Australian source, our international correspondent, has confirmed that the reason Miguel is not able to join us on Sundays is based on Dan Rayfield.
When's Rayfield's new podcast? Because maybe he took Miguel from us. Maybe that's what it is. Is that what you're trying to say here, Lee? That
I'm saying Miguel... that it's possible that Miguel might be Dan Rayfield's ghostwriter. I'm just saying it right now. And video correspondent. I'm just saying that out loud. I'm just floating it out there. So he won't be joining us. Breaking news. We're going to talk about Dan a little bit more here in the coming seconds. First and foremost, go to fightnetradio.com. Click on the Facebook link if you want to watch. We're going to do 2 watch-alongs today. They're both short. One is Mayweather versus McGregor, and the other is Malignaggi versus Artem Lobov in a bare-knuckle fight. And the reason for that is simply Paulie Malignaggi still has a stick up his ass, right? We determined that this week. Paulie's still got a stick up his ass about wanting to fight Conor. So we're going to examine both fighters.
And with the quarantine, I think you can also say a lot of drinking's been going on, a lot of brainstorming. He might have been drunk, Lee, throwing shit at the wall and was like, you think they'll still buy a fight? So who knows how Paulie came up with the, what is it, 3 years later? 3 years later, he's trying to...
Pretty much. And after reviewing the fights this morning, it's a lot of drinking, bro. It's a lot of drinking.
Yes, right?
Yes, absolutely. Secondly, go to perfectbluestudios.com. Check out all the shows at Perfect Blue Studios, which didn't come up the first time I typed it in. Really? Let's try that again. Really? It's not going to come up. Oh, it's Perfect Blue Studio. That's why. I can't even type in the name of my own production company. I'm on a roll. Perfect Blue Studio. Really? All right, I give up. Cox is just killing me today. Go to perfectbluestudios.com. We're launching we're launching, for those of you who don't know, we produce about a half dozen podcasts on different topics. We always have something for you if you're a boxing fan. Go check out Bobby Capucci's show. He joins us when we have fights in Vegas, but he also has an amazing show that's going to do 1 million downloads in its first year. I'm very proud as a producer that Bobby's going to get 1 million downloads in his first year. Also, we're launching today episode 1, technically. There's already a first episode, but it's COVID-19. It will be hosted by Jim Jones. Wait, are you ready for this one, Andrew? It's hosted by Jim Jones, the cousin of Alex Jones, who is InfoWars. You know what InfoWars is? The crazy fat guy? Okay.
Yes, I do.
So this is his cousin, Jim Jones. And
not Jim Jones, the rapper, huh?
And not Jim Jones, the guy who made people drink Kool-Aid and killed.
Yeah, very good, Lee.
Right? There's a lot. By the way, when I came up with this and I pitched it all to Bobby, and he goes, Jim Jones? Really? I said, isn't it great on so many levels? There's so many great jokes in it. Today, the first episode will be about the parallel. Here's how far I've leaned into this project, Andrew. It's going to be about why COVID virus is actually all about 5G networks. Yeah, it's all conspiracy theories. You guys are going to love it. I tell this to Fight Net Radio people because you'll get it, especially when you listen to the show and see who Jim Jones actually is. But it's 100% just like InfoWars. Think of, did you used to watch Colbert when he was on Comedy Central and he was playing that right-wing kind of very right-wing character, even though it was kind of satire and parody? So I pitched this to Bobby. I know nobody who listens to this show listens to that show, so I can do behind the scenes here. So I'm going to do Jim Jones, right? Kind of like Bob Arum, except I'm going to do it fatter, I think. But I'm going to lean into all the conspiracies, all of them, and just agree with them. And Bobby's like, this is brilliant. I said, why not? Probably do 1 million downloads. And people will think it's real. The only people who are in on the joke are like me, you, and Andrew, and maybe like the 12 people who listen to Fight Net Radio. And he goes, all right, I'm in on it. I said, great. It's what you do with your top talent, Andrew. You make them happy.
About to give up on Fight Net Radio.
Fight Net Radio always gets the inside dirt from me, right? It always is. You realize that if my current girlfriend or ex-girlfriends ever listened to this show, I would never get laid. Ever. 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 I'm still surprised Christina touches you based on doing this show with me.
Why? It's just you. She wouldn't touch you. She touches me.
I know. And she thinks I'm funny on some level, which is hilarious.
I'm just fucking with you, Lee. Can we move on to boxing now? I'm sure.
Let's move on to going to Amazon. Go to Amazon.
Earthly Worlds.
Type in Billy Wright. Kindle's free. All you have to do is click the read it for free. You get a free trial. Download the book. I know he hasn't moved that many, and we're running out of time on COVID. Here's my answer. Get the book for free. Download the book. Make Billy happy. At the end of the COVID virus, I'm going to Vegas, and I'm going to let Billy spar and or knock my ass out. All you have to do is go and download Billy's book. You don't even have to read it. Just download the book for free. We've already discussed this. I don't even expect you guys to read it. It's geared towards my daughter. It's like a 15, 16-year-old nerdy kind of thing that I'm pretty sure my daughter would like. And I know none of you are 15/16-year-olds, but Billy Wright is a longtime friend of the show who has taught me so much about Don King and his scumminess that just go get his book and support him. All right, moving forward. So here I am this morning, Andrew. Perfect day. I wanted to show this to you. There's last night on the deck, Andrew. Here's how pathetic I am on a Saturday night. I had to get the lasers out and watch my Counting Crows concert because I wasn't able to go to the Counting Crows at Beach Fest last night. So I had to go and watch it on video. Dude, is it sad that I bought a laser for my place just so that I can watch concerts?
Yeah.
By the way, I have a Polk audio bar. I just wanted to point that out. The sound bar, Polk audio with a subwoofer.
Very nice.
Thanks. I need a bigger TV. I think the one I have is big. I need a bigger one. It takes up the whole wall already, but I want to see if I can get 100-inch in there. You already know the type of place I live in.
The door. Just measure the door, Lee, and just.
Yeah, it's just a door and a giant bed in my bedroom. Moving forward, Andrew this week brought up the fact that Dan Rayfield is moving forward with his life, and he's starting a brand new show on May 8th. That's why you don't hear Miguel on the show, because he will be a writer on the first May 8th episode of Impact. For those of you who don't know, the guy on the far left here is Dan Rayfield. He is the fattest, largest living landmass on the face of the planet.
Let's see. Go up. Let's see what his first, when he announces it. I want to see how many likes he got. This is huge.
He got none, dude. He got none. He got 14. 14. And one love. And I'm guessing that's, Bernardo Cruz. That's sad. One dude. The rest are love. And by the way, none of them are actual boxers or writers. Like, I researched everybody on this list.
Oh, well.
I feel bad for him, Andrew. So I did my homework. Dan Rayfield's on 3 platforms. He's on Facebook, he's on Instagram, and he's on Twitter. Twitter, I'm not going to lie, he's got about 250,000 people following him on Twitter. He actually has a sizable following on Twitter, okay? So I'm not going to shit on that.
Well, when you're running
But on Instagram, he's only followed by 1,700 people.
Wow.
And on Facebook, and on Facebook, he only has, I think, like 27,000 followers, 24,000 followers on Facebook.
Yeah, no, I was interested. I didn't mean to laugh. I was interested to see how many people hit like on his announcement. Down when he announced
how he did on Instagram. How many people liked it? 109 liked it on Instagram with 11 comments. Should we read the comments? Should we see what the comments are? I bet they're all positive. There's Dan. Tune into my no show. I need to buy food. Hello, this is Dan Rayfield. I need food. Awesome. Any chance we get the charts back, Dan? Oh, God. Yes. Mayweather fights TMT. That's money. Dan and Mia. Okay. Congratulations, buddy.
Danimal. That guy nicknamed Danimal like he's an animal with a D.
Yes. Danimal with a D. This is his fault. Hey, you know what? Don't shit on your audience, Andrew. I'm trying not to shit on our audience.
That's a good guy. I wish I had someone say I'm an animal. You're an animal.
Danimal, bro. You're a Danimal. That's our new name for him. Danimal Rayfield.
Yeah.
How about Danimal Dayfield? You like that? Danimal. It's got to be Danimal Rayfield, doesn't it? Congrats. I just want somebody to shit on him once in the comments. Nobody did. He got 11 whole comments, Andrew. 11. He's fucking killing it on the Instagrams.
I'm glad to see the ESPN platform.
What year was that photo taken of him? Here's the question. How old is that fucking photo? He hasn't looked that good in... And by the way, for those of you who don't know, you're literally cropping out 3/4 of his body. And if you're asking me, do I think that 1/4 of his body is his head? Yes.
Do you think now he's going to get a regular seat, or he'll still be at the media tables? He got 108 likes on Instagram and
he's got 200 likes. No, well, okay, listen. He's got 250,000 people following him on Twitter. Okay, so I can't shit on that. That's a good following for boxing.
But your show's got to do what? So they just let him in because of Twitter followers? I think not, bro.
Yeah, dude. This is literally Ryan Garcia all over again. This is literally like a Keith Thurman, Ryan Garcia. I got
his show has to show something, right? It's got to show numbers for him to get in under a podcast.
Well, if he's getting ESPN money out of Stars and Champions or whatever
he's doing, there's no ESPN money there, bro. Come on, stop it.
I don't even know what Impact is, bro. What the fuck is Impact? I'm pretty sure I could get a deal on Impact.
It's Impact on network. I don't know. Maybe it's an infomercial. I fucking have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe he's selling.
Wait, all right. Look, Andrew, it's just you and me since.
Well, that's good. So wait a minute, though. So this is on TV.
Want to do an infomercial? We can do that.
Wait a minute, Lee. This is TV. This isn't a podcast.
I get that. But there's only
I'm asking. That's a question.
Oh, no, yes, it is. Theoretically, when you say check your local guide, what he's trying to say is, all right, let's look it up. Impact.
Dan's going to be on TV. Look at it. I thought it was a podcast.
They're going to shoot him from the head up. Okay, so the Impact Network. Oh, it's an it's a direct TV through AT&T. It's bullshit. It's an info channel on direct TV. It's channel 380 on your direct TV, Andrew. You're a direct TV guy.
Yeah, I got to go see it.
Channel 380. And by the way, I'm going to call them and get our own show, okay? And we're going to just do it for free, and I bet you we get better ratings. It's a Christian television network, bro. It's a Christian television network. Oh, my God. I got to get on this channel. No, we talk about social events. We're all about it. Oh, my God. I'm just the urban inspirational voice.
Hey, will you stop? Oh, you're going to go to. Oh, look, there it is. Boom.
There it is. He got top runner. What else is on this station? An ad for the download app and the Bahamas. Look at the devastation. The Bahamas.
Oh, give him money.
Let's see. It looks very. Oh, my God. He's on a black channel.
You didn't see that? That's what it said.
Oh, my God, Andrew. This is hilarious.
Why is it hilarious? More power to him.
I'm going to tell you why it's hilarious. Because go back to notice that their banner for him. Wait, hold on. I'm not trying to be shitty. And do you see a picture of white ass Dan Rayfield on the cover?
You're so mean.
Well, okay. Look, wait, hold on. In a backhanded way, am I not promoting Dan Rayfield right now?
Oh, of course. No, I was going to tell you that after the show. You promoted him pretty good, so
yeah. Look, more boxing is good for us, right?
Yes.
And as
because I wonder how long the contract is.
Andrew, I can't wait to tell you this. Joining us on the phone is Steve Johnson. I cannot believe this. I've been setting this up for a week, Andrew. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Hello? Are you there?
Yes. Yes.
Can you hear me? Hi, I'm Steve.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Nice.
I'm a Grubhub driver.
All right. Oh, shit.
I'm Dan Rayfield's Grubhub
driver.
Yeah,
you're Dan.
Fuck. Do you want to know what he orders?
Yeah, you might as well. You're here. Lee booked you, so you might as well.
Did you know he eats the entire taco menu? Not like a couple of items, like the whole menu. He orders the whole menu. And a bucket. I don't know what the bucket's for. He always tells me to pick up a bucket, and he gives me like an extra $5 when I bring him a new bucket. And then the whole Taco Bell menu. Did you know the whole Taco Bell menu actually fits in 3 bags? 3 bags. And that includes the party pack, the taco party night fixture, and the 10 tacos to go order. 3 bags. 3 bags. 5 different kinds of nachos. 6 different kinds of burritos. All the tacos. He especially likes the Dorito taco. Can I go now?
Yeah. Yes, thank you very much.
How long have I been waiting to set up that joke? So, hey, go to the Urban Inspirational Voice, the Impact Network, and check out Dan Rayfield, who, if he's making any money from the station, I find it just absolutely hilarious. Go support Dan, all right? He's got to eat. He's got a family. I assume that he's had sperm come out of his penis, and he's probably produced kids.
Jesus.
Can you even picture that there's a woman on the planet that would actually...
Oh, will you stop it? Dan might have been in shape in his 20s, Lee. You never know.
Listen, Andrew, what's a worse thought in your mind? Your parents having sex or Dan Rayfield having sex? Think about it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you this right now. If I was forced at gunpoint, you got to pick one and sit in that room, I'd rather watch my parents having sex. I got to be brutal and honest.
You're so stupid.
Got to be brutal and honest on Hey, broadcast people, aren't you glad that we're doing Fight Net Radio audio for you guys? Lee,
This
we
will be
really
interesting. May
miss
8th.
Miguel. It was
Ooh,
always
and
about
it's on 10. It's at 10:30 p.m.
10:30, dude, on a
Eesh.
Tuesday night. Dude,
Yeah, I won't be staying up for that one. I'm sorry, Dan.
Listen, Andrew, this is as bad as me with my first radio gig, like Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Well, okay, are you guys trying to kill my show right out of the gate? I'm competing with Rich Murata. Like, I'm not going to beat Rich Murata in San Diego, which, by the way, I beat Rich Murata in San Diego. But that's just because I'm a bigger asshole. Oh, did I say that out loud, Andrew? And by the way, shout out to, where is Rich Murata these days?
I don't
really
know,
like
probably
him.
sitting ringside somewhere.
Yeah, everybody else is, right? Everybody else is.
Like, so.
Let's talk some stories. Oscar is back, Andrew. It's been a few couple of weeks. And to be perfectly honest, Oscar's behaved up till now. But he's back. Can Golden Boy bring back boxing? He actually did an interview with the New York Times. Oscar's going to try to bring back boxing on July 4th, probably with no fans, on a 10-card fight card. He's going all the way. He's going to whip out his boy, Ryan Garcia. All right, let me put this one out. Would you rather watch Oscar De La Hoya having sex with Ryan Garcia or Dan Rayfield having sex?
Well, no, because these are going to be stupid ass fights, man. Listen, did you see where it said they're going to have their guys are training out of their garages?
Yes, Ryan Garcia's in his garage right now, bro.
Ryan Garcia is not fighting anybody with any kind of chance of winning when he's training out of his garage. Look, there's his training facility right there.
Live with his parents?
There it is. Look, and then he plays. He's got a Casio too. Whenever he wants to play, you know.
Wait, hold on. Doesn't this strike you as Ryan Garcia still lives with his parents? Hey, go take that fucking piano thing out in the garage.
I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, you're right.
That shit in the house.
You're a professional fighter or not.
The garage.
His mom kicked him out. That's good.
His mom kicked him out. He's got his heavy bag. He's got a sparring. He's got a quick bag on a spring, and he's got his Casio. And by the way, there are gloves. Those are catch mitts on top of his Casio. So I'm gonna guess it's his. Oh, that's hilarious. This is actually worse than the Chavez Jr. picture somehow, strangely. I mean, first of all, it's maybe a 2-car garage. Didn't he just get like a huge contract out of Oscar? Wouldn't you have upgraded just a little bit?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. We will see, but it's still dangerous. Still dangerous to put on fights like this. You know, you're hoping, the kid hits the Cobra bag really nice, right? So, you know, he's doing good with that. But is he putting in sparring? Is he putting in the road work that he's supposed to be doing? I mean, anything can happen in the ring. You know, your power isn't there one night. You feel a little bit off. If you're not conditioned to be elite status, that fight can turn on you. That's why I don't see these guys. I do not see any of these guys risking their money makers, and what kind of makes for a bullshit night of boxing, because like I said last week, a lot of this has to do with fans. The build up for the fight, especially in boxing, has to do with a word of mouth, and that's boxing diehards going out there and telling casuals this fight is the one to watch. Not going to get that with behind-the-scene fights with stars fighting nobodies.
Joining us on the phone, longtime contributor to the show, Andrew, and your personal nemesis, Oscar De La Hoya.
Hey, Dick.
Yes, sir. I know everyone wants to get paid.
Listen, bro. What are you fucking talking about? I want to get paid. I don't care about everybody.
I know. You sounded concerned right there. That was very good.
I'm not concerned. Fuck everybody. Yeah, I gotta buy fucking spoons, bro. How do you think I get laid? I gotta pay for it, bro. I gotta pay for it.
Canelo was supposed to fight Sanders tonight, Oscar. You missed out on $100 million tonight.
You mean last night, bro? You mean last night?
Oh, last night. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What day do you think it is, fucker?
You're very good. Very good. I'm glad you weren't drinking last night. That was a test on you.
Well, here's the thing, fucker. Right? Like, I can't buy fucking cocaine because like, there are no drugs, bro. There's no fucking drugs. I don't know what's going on with the border and all these fucking commies who won't let me buy fucking cocaine and drink, right? but it's not making its way to Pasadena right now. I'm just being perfectly fucking honest. I'm just being
because of the
honest, bro.
coronavirus. I heard the smugglers don't want to put it up their ass right now.
Look, I'll put things up my ass if it get me cocaine, right? Just get it straight. So listen, there's not going to be any fans of this shit, okay? I'm just going to make money from DAZN, who just wants like competition, all right? So I've got about 90 fighters right now, and they're ready, right? I told them if they didn't do what I said, I'd fucking cut them, all right? That's just the way it is, right? They have to listen, all right? It's time, and now I got to do like logistical work. Okay, you know what logistical means? Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
That means I got to hire someone who has to do and explain to me what logistical means. I mean, I just got to be perfectly honest. I don't know what logistical means. I just had it on some notes when I read it to the New York Times. So first I got to hire somebody to explain logistical to me. Then I got to hire somebody to do logistical. Here's what I think. I got to do all the logisticals, I think. I'm not sure. But I'm sure that I'm either doing them or I got to hire somebody to do logisticals. Are logisticals like testicles? I don't know. All right, listen, bro. It's a new year, right? We're like, this is a reset to boxing. So I don't want any shit with you this year, okay? Like when I start back up, if you want to come to my fights, you got to be fucking cool. Can you fucking handle that?
Yes.
All right.
He does not like you, Andrew.
Yeah.
He does not like you. He does not like you at all. Longest running joke ever in Fight Net Radio history. Moving forward, Tyson Fury vows to fight till he's 40. I actually like the logic of this article as I read it this morning. This coming to us from Boxing Scene. Andrew, what do we think about Boxing Scene?
Fuck him.
Correct. Tyson Fury vows to fight into his 40. This from the staff, a.k.a. we got a press release from PBC and we printed it. WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury has no desire to slow down. Now, I realize why they're posting this because they so desperately want him to fight Deontay. And currently, Tyson Fury is in talks not to fight Deontay anymore. They're going right past that onto Anthony Joshua to get all the belts. That seems to be the biggest topic floating around the web right now. Fury said recently, I'm going to fight until I'm 40. I've been thinking about it, and there isn't much else to do anyway. So, yeah, I might as well keep fighting. I actually like his logic here. Once you get past Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, what is there really for Tyson Fury except to sit back and collect $10 or $20 million a fight with all the belts?
I mean, come on. We said that the night after he destroyed Deontay. He had one more test. That he beats Anthony Joshua in the UK or in Las Vegas. He's the greatest heavyweight of this era. He's one of the top 10 heavyweights of all time. This man would have beaten Klitschko. He would have beaten Wilder. And he would have beaten Joshua. Those are three dominant fighters of this era that Tyson Fury would have wins against. So, yes. And then after that, you're right. He cruises off into the sunset. Now, he has to take the sport serious because anything can happen, but he would be a heavy favorite. And every
all
fight,
of the top 10.
In
Literally
all
the entire top 10.
Currently. Now, this is boxing. The ball never stops rolling. There will be another contender out of the Olympics or out of somewhere that comes and will challenge him one day, right? Klitschko felt the same fate when he stepped in with Tyson Fury. So we know that, but at current rankings, come on, this guy dominates his rankings if he beats Anthony Joshua. And right now, heavy favorite to do that. I don't think Joshua can fight toe-to-toe with Tyson Fury, and I think even in his boxing display that he put on with Andy Ruiz in the rematch, he showed that he can't go technical with Tyson Fury.
Right.
I think Tyson Fury beats him.
He would kill Andy Ruiz. I don't care what Reynoso does.
Oh, yeah.
He destroys him.
No contest. At least, especially if he doesn't knock him out. He's whooping his ass for 12 rounds. Andy Ruiz never lands a punch. He never lands a punch.
And he'll gas completely out by the second half of the fight. Completely.
Yep.
Because this big giant man. And then if you really look at it, then you get like a Dillian
jab. Could you imagine the jab of Tyson Fury on Andy Ruiz? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. He's 6'9". It's a no contest.
Right. And if we look at this objectively, right, let's say that he walks past Deontay. They give him walk away money or whatever. And he goes Anthony Joshua first and gets that and wins that fight, right? Because he's a smarter fighter. He knows how to beat a technical fighter. I think Anthony Joshua has no chance against this monster. This is a guy
clearly
who
the underdog.
Yeah, he would be. And
Clearly
then you go back and you take
Hey.
a Deontay Wilder fight for another $50 million. So you're $50 million in on the first fight with Joshua, which might even be $100 million fight for him. Then you go to Deontay Wilder, which is somewhere in the range of $40 to $50 million.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before I lose this, I want to talk about the snake in the grass. Deontay Wilder just had operation on his right arm. How do you know he's not demanding a warm-up fight now? And if Finkel or Shelley Finkel or Heyman are the ones trying to press him, because they really don't have no other outs, right? Not at the money that Deontay thinks he deserves now, right? And he's right. He does deserve 15 million, 12 million guaranteed for any fight he's in. Now he's the heavyweight contender. He used to be a champ. He's big time in boxing. And in the heavyweight division, that says something. You do produce money. So he's probably thinking that these guys have no out. They got no network that wants to show them. To go to ESPN or DAZN, he's either fighting Tyson Fury on ESPN or he has to sign a deal with both companies, and they don't want to do that too because then they lose control of his career. Those are the snakes. Maybe Andrew, he has to get those guys. What?
Joining us on the phone is Deontay Wilder.
There you go.
Hey, Andrew. Are you Bombsy Squad?
I respect you. You're a very good fighter. You're better than I gave you credit for when you first started. So I respect you. You are not my king, though. I will say that, Deontay.
Andrew.
Yes.
You know I've got snakes in my camp. I got all the snakes. I got cobras. I got mambas. I got coral snakes. I got garden snakes. Damn, I even got spiders like tarantulas. They're everywhere.
I know why, and I understand why you say that. I understand. If you don't want to fight and someone's telling you have to fight, he instantly becomes a snake. So I get it.
Listen, I talked to Steven Espinosa about this fight. I'm going to make $500 million if I fight.
Yeah, I would probably stop listening to Espinosa. He just said Showtime cut their budget. You might want to get away from that guy.
Where did you read that? Because it's
Steven Espinosa said he was
friends with the president, and he taught me it was fake news.
Oh, well, when you want smaller cards on the network, that means the budget got cut. That's another way. That's like the politically correct way of saying it. I don't know what Showtime's waiting for, but dead man walking, like Bob said a year ago.
Do you know who the biggest snake in the grass is in my camp, Andrew? I haven't released it yet, but do you know who the biggest snake is?
Whoever's the first guy that told you to fire Mark Breland. Boom.
Same person. I'm going to tell you who it is.
Who is it?
Shelley Finkel.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
You know why? He's a Jew, Andrew. I don't.
No, not a Jew, but he is a messenger, right? We heard about DeBella getting fired because he made some comments after the first.
Jew. DeBella's a Jew. He's an Italian Jew.
I
can't trust an Italian Jew.
I have no idea what these men are.
Are you a Jew?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Since seeing everyone's DNA test, there's a possibility I am, because I think we're a part of everything since these tests have been coming back. It looks like we're 1% of the whole world.
Listen, Andrew, don't make me call Oscar De La Hoya.
Our grandparents were whores.
Oscar is not a Jew. So I'm going to team up with Oscar, and we're going to beat your ass. So you're either with me or you're against me.
Yeah.
It's Bombsy Squad for life.
All right.
Because I have eyes and ears everywhere. I listen to your show. Don't think that I don't. I listen to everybody's show. If I see my name in a title, I'm listening.
What a star-studded show today, huh, Andrew?
It's like
moving forward. Oscar's back.
The back line.
Oscar, the bat. Well, I give out the back line all the time because you got to have stars all the time. Oscar's back. I hope he's not on hold. Oscar says the pandemic is a blessing in disguise. Fuck, Oscar, you are an idiot. I'm hoping he's not on the bat line. I swear to God, I hope he's not on the back. There's no way to justify this. He's insane. Do you want me to get Oscar on the line and have him read his quotes?
No, just read them. Come on, let's go.
Right.
Hey, listen. That Tyson Fury Wilder fight, Wilder might be serious about stepping away from Tyson right now if the injury was big or he's not healing right. What if the doctors What if he went in for a checkup, Lee? The doctor said the arm looks like we had no progress the last week. I'm going to push your return date a week back, or you know what I'm saying? Like now that time clock of rehabilitation starts playing into effect with their rescheduled rematch, coronavirus or not. They might have to start looking other ways, and I don't know if Finkel and Al Heyman have a plan B. What is it, pay-per-view? He's going to get embarrassed.
I agree. We'll see. Moving forward, Oscar's back in the news. It should have been coupled with the other Oscar story. My bad. Oscar had this to say about the coronavirus being a blessing in disguise. It gets rid of stupid people, right, Oscar? That's what you want to say. Nope. It's going to make us think twice to make the best fights possible. But you're not, bro.
Yeah.
You're not. You're not doing that in July. You're not. You're not.
Doesn't make the biggest money, Lee.
It's whatever will make you a fucking dime in your pocket, you fucking whore.
I think all they want to do, Lee, all they want to do is fill a fucking TV schedule. This is not about the big fights. Those generate money for so much different other angles than just TV. They are not looking to put big fights on right now.
The best against the best. Bullshit. Nope. So you're telling me Ryan Garcia is going to fight the best in his next fight? There's no way.
Linares?
Yeah, right. Come on.
In a fucking empty room? Yeah, right.
In an empty room. I mean, I'll watch it because I'm bored. I mean, look, let's face reality. This is going to be this way for a while, and a lot of us are not going back to regular jobs. I being one of them, right? I'm stuck at home, and I will watch football without fans in the stadium. I will watch, at this point, I would watch baseball. I would watch baseball, and I hate watching baseball on TV. Baseball live is the bomb. Baseball on TV is pretty much like watching golf on TV. It is not even remotely compelling. Okay. I'll watch NASCAR at this point. I'll watch anything that's real. I can't even watch pro wrestling because it's in an empty arena and it's staged. Like it's not working for me. Like I need something. I mean, the NBA isn't coming back till December is what they're saying. Look, the NBA is about the only thing that would actually work in an empty arena, right? These are all kids who grew up on the streets playing on blacktops. Anyway, of all the sports, basketball is about the only one that works without a crowd. Like you could literally just put it in a gym. And
I got to tell you, Major League Baseball has been playing in empty stadiums for a long time too. I don't think it's going to affect that. No, it's not a knock. There's so many games during the week that were people have to work nowadays. This is not back in the day where your grandpa and everyone just took days off to go protest or go down to the baseball game. Being back in San Diego right now, I was looking forward to this summer and getting a partial package because San Diego has the newer stadium, right? So right on the water. I was looking to get like one of those. You get to see one game of every series kind of evening packages on the bay. I was totally into it. And not now. Yeah, no, it's dude, I remember watching ESPN for many years. The guys would show highlights on a Monday through Thursday, and it's home runs and two guys are chasing the ball out there in the stadiums. Three people are out there chasing the balls. Now, granted, you have the Yankees and the Red Sox and teams that do generate money because they're in big cities, right? But overall, baseball can't survive with no crowds. Absolutely. I agree. Moving forward. Longtime friend of the show, back-to-back stories with our friend Bob. Hold on. Somebody, studio, production, somebody get Bob on, wake him up. Wake Bob up. He's got comments coming up. I want to hear him from Bob. All right. I put in the call. I'll stall a little. Aram, forget the $80 pay-per-view. Let's go back to 40. I don't believe this at all that actually he said this. I don't. I feel like somebody in it. I know that Keith wrote this story, which means he probably talked to Bob. And I like Keith Ike a lot, because apparently he listens to the show because I do all the editing for his fucking website. And it's either him or somebody on his show who listens to us. Aram suggested during the Chris Mannix. Hey, there's Chris Mannix. I was always wondering what he was up to. He's working for Sports Illustrated and doing a podcast. Yay, Chris. Glad you got a gig. Bob is suggesting the pay-per-view event should go back to $40. Bob, okay, wait. Before we get Bob started, how funny is it? He's on an app and he's talking about pay-per-view, but he's on an app already. Like, this is so out of touch on Bob's part right now
because his app is what's ESPN, $20 a month?
$5. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And he's talking about spending $40 for pay-per-view for bigger fights. It's so out of touch that I actually believe that Bob, somebody in his office, that
he's only talking about 3 fighters in the industry that are still pay-per-view, right? Like Terrence Crawford being one of them. Maybe, there was a rumor, just rumors. Ugas Crawford might be getting thrown around right now in Top Rank, something like that, because they just can't find him any other opponents. That would be something that, we've seen Crawford on pay-per-view, ESPN pay-per-view before. We've seen ESPN do these pay-per-views with the UFC and with Bob Arum. So I believe he's talking about Crawford's pay-per-views. Now, the reason why he's also saying that is because it's Ugas. So he's acting like he's really giving us a break, when in reality, he's still ripping off the hardcore boxing fans, making us pay $40 a piece to watch Crawford dismantle somebody of a caliber of Ugas. You'll have some people saying out there he has a shot. Most he's going to be an underdog 5-1, 7-1, something like that. The fight will not be exciting, and that's Bob trying to hustle. This is a hustle move right here. I give you a deal. Buy this shit.
Are you sure you want to say that? I can hear him in my head already, literally yelling.
I'm trying to wake him up, man. I'm trying to wake him up. You know what it is. This is a hustle move right here, giving us a break. Stop it. You think he's giving us Crawford Spence for $40, Lee? Go ahead, wake him up.
Listen, prick. I've waited long enough for this shit. All right, here's the reality. All right, you got it right. I don't even know who Ugas is. To be perfectly honest. I'm sure he's somebody. Back when I was promoting the Marcus of Queensberry fight, way back when, right? You got it, right? In, I don't know, 19, whatever. I think it was the 1900s. It was 1929, I think. The British Board of Boxing and all the fucking horse shit I had to do promoting the first professional fight with the Marcus of Queensberry. It was a difficult time, Andrew. It was a really difficult time. This might be the most difficult time. But yeah, I'm not even sure Ugas is a real person. I actually haven't met him face to face. I mean, if you look at the UK, maybe 25% of the population in the United States, maybe less. I don't know, right? I mean, 50 or 60 million people in the UK. We have about 350 million people. And really, I'm just quoting numbers. I mean, when I was doing this Mannix show, I thought I was doing the TV series from the 70s. Little did I know that I was doing Sports Illustrated. I thought I was on a TV show. So I just started quoting numbers and shit, and apparently it made sense, right? So in the United States, we charge about $80 or more for a pay-per-view fight. People can't afford that right now. Jesus, they can't even buy toilet paper, for God's sakes, right? And because of the high price, you look for ways to watch the fight without paying for it, like illegal streaming and all that technical shit I don't really understand. Which, the danger there is, of course, breaking the law. Did I ever tell you my favorite band is Judas Priest? Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Just thought I'd do it out loud. Just, I like to say I'm in touch. So I think I'm going to charge $40 for this Ugas fight. I don't really care who he fights, but I'm going to charge $40, and I'll bet you I get 1 million buys on my first one. Funny. Just saying it out loud. There you go.
So when you read the article, is he talking about Tyson Fury Wilder?
No, he's talking about all fights in general. So he's what in Bob's theory is, look at these numbers, right? So they're going for 20 to 25 pounds on their pay-per-view. We're charging like $100. We charge more for our pay-per-view. So his logic is, I'm going to bring it down to $40, even though they're shit cards, right? It's not bad. What we saw is the people in America have to cut the cord. The DirecTV and the Dish Network have shrunk, right? Because we can stream it, Bob, for free. We're not going to pay the money anymore. Like, it's not even that hard to type in front row .sports. Yeah, right. Look, we'll just jump on a website like this, click on boxing.
No.
Right? Am I promoting illegal behavior?
That's stupid. That's dumb. That's not what's killing them. What's killing them
No, but in Bob's mind, it is, right?
No,
so
we don't need cable to get pay-per-view anymore. Did you hear what I said? You don't need cable to get pay-per-view anymore. You can stream it now. ESPN does their pay-per-view on their app. You can just buy it on there.
I don't know why
does it on their app.
I agree. And here's the thing.
Lee, this whole quarantine, I don't even watch fucking TV, bro. I've been on Netflix or some app this whole time. All of my kids, Disney app or Netflix.
I've been on YouTube for the last week. I have done nothing but watch YouTube. Nothing. I want a topic. I want to learn how to make good carne asada. I'm just watching 5 hours of different chefs making carne asada. I mean, that's the reality of YouTube. Like, we're in a day and age. Here's what I don't get. Everybody copied the WWE model, right? And I'll say this to everybody. WrestleMania is free if you have the network. So why? I get that they also do pay-per-view for other markets, but the reality is, why wouldn't I pay $10 and get an entire month of Bob Arum's catalog and get a pay-per-view event with my $10 to ESPN? And he's not doing it. The greed surrounding boxing to me, and don't try to convince me that Bob's biggest fight cards are making WrestleMania. Wait, do you agree with this? Do you think any of Bob's cards in an entire year make the same money that the WWE does for, say, WrestleMania?
Well, he has Lomachenko, he has Crawford.
Really?
What do
you think? Do you think Lomachenko versus? Okay, let's put Lomachenko in against the biggest name you can
around
think of.
The world. I think they make good money around the world. Yes, I think Bob makes good money with those fighters. Those are cross-pond stars.
I understand. So let's say Crawford versus Pacquiao. That would fill, an entire stadium, right?
Yes.
That would fill a stadium.
It would sell out on every continent probably on the earth. Yes.
Okay, so that's a WrestleMania level event.
Yes.
There is no opponent for Lomachenko that would sell out an entire stadium.
Well, no, but I think he does good in the UK and Europe and America and South America.
He doesn't have Anthony Joshua. He's got Fury. So maybe Fury versus Joshua. Yeah, that does the O2 stadium. It does. That's 100,000 people. But look at the WWE every year. They fill a stadium twice a year for 2 events now. Actually, 3. They get it for the Royal Rumble, they get it for SummerSlam, and they get it for WrestleMania.
They control their whole sport.
Stadiums.
Yeah, Lee, they control their whole sport. They control their whole sport. Boxing don't.
But so does Bob. He controls
No, he don't. Because I can turn around and tell you that Tyson Fury can fill his own stadium for ESPN. Anthony Joshua can fill his own stadium for DAZN. Saul Alvarez can fill his own stadium for DAZN. But they're not. Could you imagine if all those guys are under one umbrella? WWE, what? What? These are all billionaires. You better. These guys make billions. Saul Alvarez,
I'm pretty sure Bob's a billionaire. Bob's got to be close. I mean, Bob Arum's net worth.
They're companies. You told me Bob Arum's company is worth $4 billion.
Okay.
So these guys, the umbrella is a lot bigger in boxing. You understand? There's not one company that owns everyone where you can go look at what the lump sum of boxing
Christ.
But
that says it all right there, doesn't it?
But he owns everything. He even owns other wrestling organizations. He bought the whole market.
Yes, he bought everything up. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Jesus. 2.1. Even I didn't know he had that much.
They're awesome. No, he's awesome.
Everybody's like,
no
it's so sad he lost money on the XFL. He's got $2.1 billion. He only lost a couple $100 million. Relax. Vince isn't going anywhere with $2.1 billion. Bob's only worth $300 million. Buys a lot of hookers. Could
you imagine if at one time Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Roy Jones, Oscar De La Hoya were all under one umbrella? Where that one man controlled all of their net worth, all of their money that they generate? Bullshit. There'd be billionaires too.
Oh, the stories his penis could tell, Andrew. Oh, the stories his penis could tell. I'm sure that in his prime, By the way, Jew. Just want to say it out loud. What else is Bob Arum up to? Oh, good. I like it when Bob talks about Dana White.
These two do love each other. Yes, they do.
They do. Like, they've literally got a love-hate relationship. So
yeah,
here we go.
They eat in Vegas. They eat together in Vegas.
Bob Arum, this comes to us from Keith Idek of Boxing Scene. It's my turn to say it. Fuck Boxing Scene. Bob Arum hopes anyone that participates in the 3 UFC scheduled cards in Jacksonville leave those events healthy and when they arrive. What a dick.
Listen, they're going to get the corona, Andrew. They're going to get the corona. First of all, it's white people. You can't trust white people. All right? Fucking the state of Florida, they should just drop a nuclear bomb. I mean, seriously, where else do they let fucking Rottweilers eat babies on meth people? I mean, seriously, I think all the meth of the world comes out of Florida based on the reports I've been told at a meeting. I mean, that's where I buy my meth from. I got to be honest.
The outspoken promoter just wishes Dana White would exhibit more caution and patience. Wait, okay, here's why this is funny already, Andrew. Isn't Bob trying to make a deal with the WWE to use the Performance Center in Florida so he can do boxing in Florida?
Could have swore you reported that last week. And not only that, there was a rumor of China. We're going back to China.
Where the virus actually was created in a laboratory to destroy Western civilization. Oh my God, Bob, you're the best. We're looking now with Nevada. Now he's talking Nevada and California.
He might be forgetting. Bob. Listen, he's in his 88. Maybe that's why they even put there 88. He might be forgetting what he said the day before.
Look at where he's going now. Okay, so earlier in the week, yeah, we're definitely going to Florida and we're working with McMahon. Okay, never mind. We're going to Nevada. We're going to California. Maybe Texas. Texas is back to work. We'll go to Texas. I like Texas. Texas is great. But I have really very respect for Dana White and what he's doing. I got to go find this. What show did he say this shit on? I got to go get these audio clips. Oh, it's an interview. Bummer. Arum told boxing. I got to get Bob on the show. By the way, I've been offered Bob Arum for real on the show, and I'm actually scared to get real Bob Arum, that the fake Bob Arum would actually come out of me as we interview the real Bob Arum. Like, I don't know if I could control myself. I almost want to view.
At 88, I think he's a little bit more snappy. The leash isn't as long for the bullshit.
How hilarious would it be if our Bob Arum interviewed the real Bob Arum and Bob didn't actually get the joke?
That would be classic.
I mean, we wouldn't be allowed back at an event, but it would be viral, right? Like, it would totally be viral. I'm just saying, what's more important here, Andrew?
And if you got him, if you have him after a big money maker, you could get a drunk Bob, right? Loose Bob.
Oh my God, with our Bob talking about.
Yes,
Jack
and
Johnson.
He might play along.
My God, how great would that be? I actually talked to our friends at Top Rank, and they said, "Oh yeah, we can get you Bob. You want to talk to Bob?" I'm like, you clearly don't listen to the show. And for those of you who listen, because this is only on the broadcast platform, not on video, I get that you guys are all going, yes, Lee, we really want Bob to interview Bob. It would be the greatest thing ever. Really think about this, right? This is going to affect Andrew and I getting seats. Hey, fuck Miguel. He's already made his choice, right? He's going to go work with Dan Rayfield. Nothing I can do about that. I know you guys were enjoying having real boxing talk, but the reality of this show is, and Andrew's now kind of leaning into it, this show is about how much fun can we have talking about boxing. And Bob Arum interviewing Bob Arum would be the funniest shit ever. It would also mean I'm never
a fight in 5 years.
Bro, I'd never go to another live fight ever again. Ever. Like, that would be the end of all Top Rank events for me. It would literally, all it would take is one person reviewing that and we'd be screwed. Hey Bob, this is Bob. How you doing, Bob? Oh my God, can you imagine Bob talking to Bob? So Bob, tell me about your first fight that you promoted. I kind of vaguely remember it, but maybe you could rehash it. Was it Marcus of Queensberry? Oh my God. So great. Spence, I think it was an angel. I was with me. It was an angel. Was with me. I should have lost my life that night. Look, when I saw this and Keith wrote this article, I kept thinking, well, how is he actually saying this with a straight face? I think it was an angel. I think an angel was with me that night. I should have lost my... Dude, you lost your career. What was he on where he said this? Spence discussed the accident with former NBA players Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, who clearly have a podcast like everybody else at this moment called All the Smoke, which debuted on Premium Cable Network's YouTube channel Tuesday. Listen to these fucking channels, bro. These shows are crazy.
How we have taken in a term that means on the street to shoot somebody. How we've taken that in. Yeah. You don't want no smoke. Used to mean like the gun barrel, right? After it's fired off, you don't want that kind of smoke, right? That's what they're meaning by that. I like how we just adapted it to everything in the hip hop world now. Is you don't want that smoke, you want that smoke.
You don't want that smoke, bro. You don't want that. I think it was an angel with me. Andrew, I think it was an angel with me because I didn't break any bones, no fractures or anything. This is a lie because he did the PVC podcast. Apparently, you lost all your front teeth and have to have posts and bars and nipples and fucking screws. And what are you talking about?
And he hasn't been cleared to spar. Sorry. Hasn't been cleared to spar. That means he was never sparring. He hasn't sparred since he got in the accident, Lee. That's a year.
Oh, at least. Look, he's got to be able to take a punch to the jaw. And if you've got, I know this because I have that much dental work. The mouthpiece you have to wear. Okay, most people don't know this. I'm going to give you some inside boxing here because I've been in fights and I know this with a lot of dental work. You have to wear a medical grade mouthpiece and you can't breathe in those fucking things. You're basically have like plaster of Paris in your face so that your teeth don't move at all because they shatter really easy. They're all porcelain with posts and it hurts like hell. It's not a real tooth. It doesn't move. It's basically screwed right into the bone. I hate medical mouthpieces. I hate them. I hated them for jiu-jitsu. I hated them for the cage fight. I hated them for the nanny fight. Because when you get hit on the jaw, like normal teeth, believe it or not, your normal teeth kind of shift and move. Like you could literally with a pair of like pliers pull out a tooth. Like it's not that big a deal. It'll hurt a little, but you can do it. Okay, go watch. What is it? The Hangover. What he's showing you is kind of real. You can just reach in and pull out a tooth. It's not that big a deal. It'll hurt and it's kind of sketchy, but that's the truth. It moves in your gums.
Might get an affected gum.
He's literally got posts screwed into the bone of his head. Okay, that's a big deal. And I have those too. It's a big deal. So you got to wear medical grade mouthpieces that won't allow your teeth to shift. They're hard to breathe out of. He's going to be a different fighter. I mean, that's the reality. The only thing that was hurt was my neck. Sure, right. My hip was hurt. Both my shoulders hurt. Okay. Hold on. Wait, hold on. A minute ago, nothing got hurt, and I had an angel. And now, wait, my neck, my hip. Okay, maybe my shoulder. I was kind of scraped.
Right side of my face.
My shoulder was scraped up. My legs were scraped up. Okay, I was a little hurt, and I couldn't turn my head. I should have lost my life that night. And definitely, he left out the teeth in this interview. Where's the teeth, bro? You got to stay concurrent to the time. I guarantee the PVC got said, shut the fuck up about your fucking teeth.
I know, right? Man. It's over.
Shut the fuck
up.
Up.
It's over.
Can he just get knocked out so we can move on from the Errol Spence?
Well, he has to spar first, bro.
That is hilarious shit. Oh, my God. Errol Spence, you are the best. In 1 week, he went from, I can't train, I got no teeth.
Wait a minute. Hold on. For anyone that's mad because I'm laughing, I wasn't drinking and driving. I wasn't doing 160. All right? This was no accident. He got
Everybody
behind
knows
the wheel
this,
drunk.
Andrew. If you're going to drink and drive, you
lucky
only
he
drive
didn't lose
5
his
miles
life,
an hour.
So I'll laugh all fucking day. Sorry. Move forward. That's
Look,
my disclaimer.
I know. I'm going to go controversial here. Look, we all know that everyone's gonna drink and drive at some point. Just drive really slow. All right, just drive slow. You can't really hurt anything at 5 miles an hour. All right, I'm just being honest.
I think you're a dumbass. You drink and drive nowadays. It's
well,
not even worth it nowadays.
With Uber and Lyft, you really have to be a moron.
And just the penalties alone, and then how stupid you feel when you're caught, because it's like a dumbass setback in your life. Oh, Lee,
look, Andrew. I wouldn't say that I have personal experience with that.
I know. I'm sorry. Fucking name.
I didn't escape the parking lot, Andrew. Jesus. All right, I'm just gonna be brutally honest. I couldn't get out of the parking lot. WBC president. Wow, there's some inside boxing. WBC president expects boxing to return easier than most sports. Mauricio Suleiman is back in the news, Andrew, and friend of the show. Actually, he was strangely, I found him to be a very nice and engaging man. Oddly, I wanted to hate him, and I wanted him to say stupid shit when I met him live and actually spend time with him. He's not, weirdly. He's a very good businessman on some level. Wow, I'm being nice about him. He's still a scumbag, and he still does shitty stuff, and he makes paper mache belts.
Yeah, he will sell you a belt on any given day.
On any given day. Look, I didn't make them buy that. It's free.
You could probably Google, did the WBC's number, call them, and somehow work a belt out of them. Just say you want to give them 25 grand or something. They're like, fine. Fuck, send us a picture. You'll be on the side.
During a recent interview with ESPN Radio Formula, he didn't even do Deportes or my God, what is this station? You're telling me Dan Rayfield couldn't get a job on ESPN Radio Formula? Formula. I feel so bad for you, Dan. Like, there are sub ESPN stations they wouldn't put you on. They just cut your ass loose. In Nicaragua. Oh my God, so great. They've got individual stations in different countries, and Dan Rayfield couldn't get a job on ESPN. Wow. Sorry, Dan. Boxing is a sport that can be turned around much easier. The contagion of COVID-19 is not a blood or a sweat, apparently. In soccer and baseball, there is a natural contact in the sport. In boxing, it's simple. There are two athletes, one against one. In other sports, there are more complications and logistics.
The word of the day.
Oh my God. Logistics. All the logistics, bro. I know all the logistics.
That's where Oscar got it from.
I know all the logistics, bro. I got to hire someone to explain logistics to me.
Oscar got a call.
I got to hire someone to do the logistics.
Oscar got a call from Suleiman. He told him
you
about the logistics. You want to know
how you're old? You want me to tell you how you know you're old? Is when you put the word "the" in front of everything. Hey, what do I do with the memes online? Okay, how do I make the memes? What about the Facebook? We are putting together protocols that can survive a guide for boxing commissions and promoters to box within maximum security. Maximum security? What is this fucking lockdown? Jesus Christ. Sounds like a schoolyard thing. And take care of the functions behind closed doors. We have been fair in the sense that in Nicaragua, there are no restrictions. They don't give a fuck. They got baseball, they got soccer, they got boxing, they got all kinds of shit. I think we're just going to bring all the boxing people down here to Nicaragua. Yeah, because it's a fucking third world nation that doesn't have a sewer system, you asshole. I'm not shitting on the people in Nicaragua, but dude, it's third world. He's talking about Nicaragua because they had the one boxing event. But the reality is Nicaragua, I don't think anybody who listens in Nicaragua, nor do I think they have any Nicaraguan fans. But the reality is it's not the U.S., it's not Canada, it's not even the UK or Europe. It's Nicaragua. I still think they have like the Sandinistas and freedom fighters still? Like, aren't they trying to overthrow governments in Nicaragua still?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you might want to dress low key on that weekend. You might want to come in with sandals and cutoffs.
Wear a bulletproof vest to the fight night? I mean, seriously. I'm not even willing to go to fights in TJ because I'm afraid of getting shot by drug dealers. I mean, seriously. And I think TJ is literally 3 steps above Nicaragua, for God's sakes. I can't see myself jumping on a plane with Dan Rayfield going, yeah, we're going to go cover that fight in Nicaragua. How you feeling about it, Dan? You're a big target. I want you to stand in front of me, you fat fuck. I mean, Jesus Christ. We were going to kidnap Dan Rayfield, but he's so big.
Maybe I have an idea. Maybe they're going to quarantine everyone. Everyone that's going to be involved in the telecast in Nicaragua, maybe they're going to just quarantine them for 2 weeks. Then you give them a temperature reading. If they're all good, boom, put on a fight. But just don't let them see their family.
That's the military way, right?
Yeah.
You do the military protocol. Hilarious, Andrew. You know, and I thought we didn't have enough content. I think we're going to move the fights to Wednesday. We actually made a show out of this card. Trainer Freddie Roach, Robert Garcia, Andre Rozier discussed lockdown and the effect on boxers. On the lockdown, Garcia said this: "It's tough for fighters to fight for a living without having an income coming in, and they have to look for support elsewhere. There are some fortunate fighters like Mikey Garcia and Manny Pacquiao." Why would you put Mikey Garcia in that pile? He's offering to fight anybody out back for a price, right?
Yeah, now. And I was gonna say some of these guys that they have on their rosters only fight once a year anyway. So I mean, fuck, it's like they're missing one fight. Whatever.
Right. In Garcia and Roach's case, I would agree with this. Like, they're big fighters. You fight once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what Twitchy McRoach said. This has attacked the whole world. You think I'm going to let that go? This has attacked the whole world. We weren't prepared. It's hitting us hard. What are you talking about? I mean, your gym is closed. I get that. You know what these guys are really saying? Hey, our gyms are closed and we're not making like the ungodly amount of money for people to train at our gym who aren't ever going to be professional boxers. That's where we make our real money. That's what this is. I don't have to read the third quote. I'm going to out Garcia and Roach. I don't have to listen to fucking Rozier. But here's the truth about Roach and Garcia. They own multiple gyms in their cities, right? Freddie Roach has 2 gyms, Santa Monica and Los Angeles. Their money isn't made. I mean, they make good money from professional fighters, but their bread and butter, their passive income is fucking dickhead guy who wants to come in and learn and train to be a boxer, right? And pay $300 a month.
They have $1 million purses that are coming in on some of their guys' leave. They're getting 10%, 5% of that. They're doing pretty good on Mikey and Manny Pacquiao's.
Really? All right, let's see what it costs. Let's see. Wild card.
Well, most of the time it's 10%, bro. Seriously.
No, wait. But if I just want to go train at the wild card, right? I'm going to log in and I want to go train there, right? Oh, he doesn't even put prices up. Here's how expensive Freddie is. He doesn't even put prices up.
Because there's probably classes and private. That's something you would have to talk to them. You might be able to go to a chat room. Go to a chat room and see if someone has put up his prices. But
he's even got a Canadian wildcard gym too. Fuck. He's hilarious.
Nice.
Come on. Freddie's making money everywhere. And the truth is,
if fucking Buffer can make $400 million off this sport with the fucking sentence, why can't this man with what he's given us?
I gotta know now. What's Freddie worth? $25 million. He's not hurting.
Yeah, that's good.
He's not hurting at all. So for him to do it hurts the boxers. It hurts. They're hurt, Andrew. They're hurt.
It hurts the guys that have to fight for a living. That have to fight 4 times a year, right? That are constantly trying to get a fight on one of these little cards somewhere locally to make $1,000 or so. This are the guys it's hurting. It's hurting our undercards. We're not going to have too many. A lot of our gatekeepers are going to be finding day jobs. That's what's hurting.
And as for Robert Garcia, Andrew's talked about it many times. He wants Robert Garcia out of the sport.
No,
I don't know why I'm with you. I don't get why Robert Garcia is special. He just seems to promote guys.
Stop putting my name in that.
He's a very average coach. Very average, Andrew. Just saying it out loud. Felix Strum is going to jail. Yeah, there we go. My kind of article.
Oh, wow.
Two-weight boxing champion Felix Strum is sentenced to 3 years in prison for tax evasion. Way to go. Way to go, Strum. Way to go.
Then he got sent home because of COVID.
After several charges were filed against Strum, he was found guilty of withholding 870,000 euro from the country's tax system. I guess, is that pounds or euros? I don't know what that little symbol is. We have international people, and I'm sure Sam Navajero is going to go back and try to explain.
I'm going to say euros.
All right, I'll go with euros.
I'll go
According
euros
to Bill, he was punished for evasion in this year's 2008 to 2010 and 2013. Oh my God. He evaded taxes from 8 to 10 and 2013. So he missed 8, 9, 10, and 13. Wow. However, he was acquitted from the initial accusation of tax evasion for 2011 and 2012, 2014, and 2015. Hey, you're getting off the hook, bro. It was first thought that Strum, who appeared in court wearing a face mask due to the coronavirus pandemic, had failed to pay over $5 million from his earnings. Reports from Cologne regional courts add that the judge's decision is not yet final. He was sentenced for an anti-doping violation and allegedly taking a banned substance called stanozol in his 2016 bout against Fedor Chudinov. Who even knew about that? We didn't even cover that. The victory over the Russian was Strum's last fight and bagged him the WBA super middleweight title. The German exited from the sport with a 46-3 record, having successfully defended the WBA middleweight belt for 7 fights in the late 2000s. His first crown came with the WBA title, which Oscar De La Hoya took off of him following a hotly contested, I would say completely fixed, unanimous decision back in 2004. There you go. I like to keep up on all the criminal news, Andrew. And our last story of the day.
Man, what a fall from heaven, though. That dude had a $25 million contract at one point in his career, right after De La Hoya. He got like 7 fights or something, $25 million, and now he's in prison for 3 years. That's crazy.
Over 5
Absolutely
million.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is. All right, last story of the day. I don't think we're going to do the watch along. We went way big on the show. I didn't think the content would actually carry, and it did. So we'll do the fights on Wednesday.
That's right. I'm interested in those too. That is going to be a good night of fights.
It's a good night of fights. I actually found both fights.
Because you know what, Lee, to be honest with you, I never rewatched McGregor's performance, so I'm going to be interested in seeing how good I don't know why the guy hasn't made the move yet.
Did you watch Paulie Malignaggi in the bare knuckle? Oh my God,
Nope.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so that's a good
like
night
a
Wednesday.
stuck pig. He bleeds like a stuck pig. My God, he bleeds everywhere. He is a bleeding mess of fucking life. I'll preview it in a minute. Shout out to longtime friend and Andrew's friend. He's not my friend anymore. He doesn't like me anymore.
Jeez.
Matthew Aguilar had to write an article on May 1st to keep his day job at the El Paso Times. Actually, he has a real day job, but this is why he's not my friend, because I still can't stop myself. But first of all, go to the El Paso Times, sign up, subscribe to the paper, right? Matthew Aguilar has been a longtime contributor, and he is a member of the Boxing Writers Association of America. And yes, one of the founding pillars of doing Fight Net Radio for sure. Hold on. Coronavirus cough. So his piece, Andrew, was some of his personal favorites from the 2000s. And I was thinking, I'm going to know these fights. And I went through this and went, I don't know any of these fights at all.
The first one's way questionable. I already seen what he just.
Right? Yeah. All right. So his first one.
No, go up. Wait,
right.
No, you just missed one.
Yuri Boy Campos versus Tony Ayala in San Antonio. A year and 5 fights into his boxing return after serving 16 years for rape. How did he not make our list of douchebags?
This is 20 years ago, bro.
I know, but we were doing douchebags of all time. We should have.
Well, there's a few of them you missed. You missed Carlos Monzon too. I mean, if you're,
I had Monzon, but I mean, I wanted to keep it relevant because we have kind of a younger audience. But 16 years on rape is strong. I mean, that's
strong. Dude, and not only that, the man comes out to almost do it again. He goes back to prison for breaking into one of his students' houses, and like when she woke up, Tony was standing over her. She was able to get away, call the cops, and he was rearrested and put back into prison. The guy had problems his whole career, ends up getting out and dying of an overdose. He is no longer with us.
36-year-old Ayala select former world champion Yuri Boy Campos as his most significant comeback opponent, a rock-hard veteran of 78 fights and owner of one of the sturdiest chins in the sport. Campos, 9 years Ayala's junior, gladly swaps bombs. I don't even. Do you remember this fight?
Yes. No, yes. Tony Ayala was big when he was young. It was huge for, you could say the Mexican community or boxing community or what, but a lot of us knew when he got out who he was. My uncles were big Ayala fans. He was just crazy. He was a crazy kid. I believe he broke into his neighbor's house when he first got his rape charge. It was his neighbor he did that to. And I don't hold me to the overdose, but he is dead. I want to say that that's what it was from, but don't hold me to that. I didn't Google it. I didn't look it up. That's off the top of my head, but I know Tony Yella is no longer here. A nutcase, though. This fight was not special. He looked like a felon trying to resurrect a career that was gone, Lee.
Well, if you thought that one was controversial, let's let Matthew Aguilar keep going with his selections. John Ruiz versus Evander Holyfield. Honestly, I thought this was a forgettable fight. This is one of the few that I remember. Okay, it's admittedly a miracle that Ruiz's fights ever be included on a best of compilation.
Yeah.
And Maltaxic are legendary, but the rematch between he and the aging Holyfield wasn't bad. It was also historic as the Quiet Man became the first Latino ever to win the heavyweight title. It was an awful fight. By the way, this is for those of you who don't know, because I do keep up on Matt. Matt has kids now. He lives a lovely life in Chicago. He has a great day job. He gets to write. He gets to go to fights occasionally if his wife lets him out of the house and it's local. I think this is Matt stuck on home. And he's like, what obscure fights did I really enjoy? Holyfield, you, Matt?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. It's literally Ruiz hanging on Holyfield for 12 straight rounds. He literally just lays
and
on
a little bit of Don King, right? Because Holyfield was done at this time. The HBO don't want him. Showtime don't want him, right? He's he's a shell of himself going at this moment. Holyfield beats John Ruiz in that fight. I think if it's done earlier.
I think we're going to unanimously agree on the next fight. Gotti Ward 1 is awesome.
Epic. Yeah.
Two literal middle of the road guys just trying to make a name and get to a title fight, and they wind up beating I don't have to read his comments. They just basically go into the ring and beat the shit out of each other.
You know what's sad about this fight in my life is I didn't watch it live. I know you probably heard this story before, but I wasn't impressed with the matchup. I knew it was two veterans.
I wasn't either. I had to watch it as a replay as well. I'm going to be completely honest.
And then you hear how great of a fight you watch, and it's like, wow, I didn't see this coming. Hey, we should have, but I didn't see it coming. The way they beat the fuck out of each other that night.
I'm going to share a personal moment with the Fight Net Radio audience, Andrew. My father, who suffers from a weird dementia, kind of Alzheimer-y kind of thing right now. And you know this, real Inside Fight Net Radio. My dad and I have never gotten along. He invited me over that night to watch the fight, and I'm like, why? Like, the one thing my dad and I shared, I was able as media to take my dad to a fight. I actually got him a media credential and took him to StubHub and actually watch a fight with my dad. It's the last professional fight he ever saw, and I'm glad I had that moment. But I can tell you, I remember vividly, he's like, come over, I'm going to make steaks, and we're going to watch Gotti versus Ward. It'll be great. It's on HBO. Yeah, no. I have no interest in this fight. And now in retrospect, I can't get it back, right? You never know about fights like this. You never know if it's going to be Corrales Castillo. You never know it's going to be Gotti versus Ward. You don't know. That's the problem I have with boxing. You never know. And that's the bait that keeps us watching. I think it's the premise of Fight Net Radio. Ultimately, at the end of the day, is What's the next Gotti Ward? What's the next Castillo Corrales? What's the next Bo Holyfield? What's the next Tyson Lewis? What's the next whatever, where we're going to get something where we're like, I'll even go recent. Joshua versus Ruiz. I'm sure everybody thought that was a throwaway fight. Everybody at the time. The reason we watched it is we're media and we didn't really have a choice, so we watched it anyway. But I'm sure there were people who were like,
you know what, Lee? I got to throw Wilder Fury 2 in there. That's the highest. That's the highest grossing fight in Nevada history for a heavyweight title fight. Now, those dudes showed up. Now, the fight itself was a disaster. Tyson Fury annihilated Wilder, but the crowd showed up. The fans paid the ridiculous prices to get into that arena, and they put on a fight which produced a knockout. Win.
If you go to Tyson Fury Wilder 1, look, I was at Staples. I made it to the fight, right? I watched it. I was there. And the reality was, it's everything you want it to be. Like, you waited all night for Deontay to throw the bomb. You watch Tyson Fury do his shit, and all you're doing is sitting on the edge of your seat going, Deontay's going to throw it. Going to throw it. Come on. Where is it? Throw the bomb. Throw the bomb. Right? It's basically like watching Tom Brady. Like, you're waiting for Tom Brady to fuck up. Like, you don't watch the Patriots to watch the Patriots win. None of us are from Boston, for God's sakes. You're waiting for Tom Brady to get hit by a linebacker and be fucked up. I mean, that's the truth of watching. Everybody watches Tom Brady. That's why we all hate him. We want to see him, like, I can't wait for him to play for Tampa. He's going to get so fucked up in Tampa Bay. They have no front line for him. He's going to get jacked up. I feel bad for him. Aceleno Freitas TKO's 12 rounds Jorge Barrios to retain the WBA super featherweight title in Miami 2003. In his fourth defense, Brazil's popular and powerful Popo defended his title against the rugged Argentina La Hina Barrios at 33-0. Freitas was one of boxing's emerging superstars, and it all he wants from Barrios, who drops the champ twice before succumbing late.
Yeah, great fight. This is a great fight. I do remember that fight, and so yeah, that's one of those hidden gems there. You could watch that on a rainy day if you're sick, whatever, got corona. You could watch this one.
And by the way, this is 2002, and look at the bottom of the screen on the screen capture. WWE Elimination Chamber from New Orleans. Shout out to the WWE who was advertising on Showtime during a fight. It's so hilarious. Jose Luis Castillo versus Juan Lascano. Castillo, winner in a 12-round decision over Lascano, wins the vacant WBC title from Las Vegas. I might have been at this fight. The fight of a triple header, Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins card. I was there. We were all there. I think this actually salvaged the card because Oscar took the dive ultimately against Bernard Hopkins with the phantom. He hit me in my side and I just couldn't breathe and get my win back. What? What did you just say? You actually hit the mat like a spoiled kid on a playground? For those of you who don't remember that card, go back and watch Oscar at the end of the fight with a smile, hit the mat and do the, he caught me in my ribs and I couldn't breathe. Okay. But on that card, according to our friend Matty Aguilar, Castillo versus Lascano. Andrew, do you remember this fight?
Yeah, of course. This was Lascano was, I believe, supposed to get a shot at Floyd, and Floyd had underballed him. Lascano turned out to not be as great of a fighter as HBO thought he was. Castillo obviously beating him on this night. Who does Floyd fight? That's what you have me stuck on. I was trying to think of who Floyd takes instead of him. He might have moved up. This might be the time where Floyd moves up and fights like a Shamba Mitchell or some irrelevant fighter in the welterweights, and starts that.
There's a blast from the past.
Yeah, it starts that little. We can look it up, but yeah, that's what happened here. This fight is.
Wait, I'm gonna go for a reference. Is Shamba and it's Chambray, right? It's not Shamba.
Shamba. Shamba. I thought it was Shamba Mitchell.
Yeah, but I thought they always said Shamba. Let's see. Shamba Mitchell, to me, as I recall him, was it's
right there.
There's
Sharmba,
an R.
There you go. Sharmba.
There's an R in it. No, Sharmba. You got to get the R in there. Sharmba. Wasn't Sharmba Mitchell basically the Keith Porter of his era? Basically, you're kind of okay, but you're just getting beat up by all the top talent?
Most likely, yes. Yes.
Oh, my God. Hilarious. Sharmba Mitchell. Little big man. By the way, he's from D.C. Let's see. Where did he end his career? Against Paul Williams on a loss by KO. Yeah, you're right. Floyd Mayweather, 2005.
Well, no. Go down. We got to move down. Let's see when he gives up. Go down. I was wrong. That's not it. Go down, Lee. Because they said it was around 2001, 2002. So it's when he gives up this. Oh, you're on the wrong guy. We got to go to Floyd. I'm sorry.
Oh, you want Floyd. All right. We'll do Floyd. So Floyd in 2001. God damn, he's fought.
When did that go
Chavez?
back to Matt's article?
All right. Let's go back to
Matt's article. Let's get the date on that. Because I do want to know how Lizcano got the 2004.
So this is 2004.
So it could be.
So 2004, he went. No, he got Henry. DeMarcus Corley.
Yeah, look at these names.
Oh my God, Corley, another basically Keith Thurman of the world.
Yes, and these are non-title fights, and then he fights Arturo Gatti for the WBC June. Yeah, I mean, and that's when HBO started turning on him. I believe it's the Henry Brucelis fight where Merchant has his first
fighting Sharmba Mitchell anyway in 2005. So
and that's him. That's him leading.
Mitchell.
You see, you guys right here, Gotti. He wins the title, but he doesn't unify. He doesn't defend. He moves up again and fights Mitchell at 147. HBO was mad at him after the all of these Nadeau, Corley, Brucelis. These are all handed. They're all hand-picked fighters for Floyd. None of these guys are the A side. HBO wanted none of these guys. On that Henry Brucelis fight, this is the first time that Merchant and Mayweather actually have a confrontation on air about you're not fighting the A side. Remember when that whole A-list thing comes on? This is one of that.
This is right about the time the infamous "If I was a man, half my age."
No. That's later. This is the first time.
This is literally the start of
where it starts. Yes, when they first started their beef, it's after Merchant tells Floyd, "We don't have any more of these guys for you. When are you going to fight one of the other A-list opponents we're handing on the list?" And Merchant keeps telling the fans, Floyd Mayweather's team keeps crossing out all the A-list guys that HBO wants. And yeah, this is the beginning of it right here.
But I mean, if you look at it on paper, look, Chop Chop is Chop Chop, right? That's a Keith Thurman. Brussels is not even.
These are losers. Lee Corley lost the fight going into Floyd. He's not even
Right, I agree. He doesn't get serious until Oscar, and Oscar dropped weight to get paid. We've talked about it a million times on this show. And he still only squeaked out a split decision in that fight.
It's one of Floyd Mayweather's worst, in my opinion. Now, listen. I think without audio, Floyd looks better than with audio. When you watch that fight with audio, the way the fans are screaming to everything Oscar's hitting Floyd with, because look, Lee, you can tell Oscar's not putting a lot into the punches, but in boxing, when a punch lands, it's supposed to be a point. The fans are going nuts because, I mean, Oscar's throwing like 8 body shots at a time. Now, they're all sissy shots. I don't know what Oscar was thinking. But Lee, he's connecting. And the fans are just losing their mind because Floyd's holding on and Oscar's going butt crazy on him. Floyd was very lucky Oscar wasn't 29 in that fight. He would have won on a split decision.
Actually, if Oscar was still with
Top Rank.
If he was with Top Rank, he would have won that fight.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly believe that.
HBO would have made a fucking killing on the rematch.
Yeah, he would have. I mean, this isn't a bad run. De La Hoya, Hatton, Marquez, Mosley, Ortiz. I mean, that's
wait a minute. Now I'm going to sound like a hater here, but I got to break it down. This is our era. We know these fights. I'm going to tell you something.
Hoya,
Ricky Hatton was supposed to be at 140. Floyd Mayweather rejected that fight at 140. If you click on Ricky Hatton, he goes up and fights the Puerto Rican. What's the guy with all the tattoos on him, Lee?
Lascano?
No.
Castillo.
Collazo.
Oh, Luis Collazo.
Collazo makes him look bad. Arango. These guys are all welterweights here. And Hatton don't look the same. And so Floyd fights him at welterweight. Floyd did not fight Hatton to unify IBF WBC junior welterweight. When he beats Stu,
then he goes back to lightweight.
Stu, he's supposed to fight Floyd Mayweather. That's 2005. Look at when they finally fight a weight division later.
I agree. He goes up to welterweight, and he's not the same guy.
He's not the same guy. He doesn't even beat Collazo. His first test there, they thought he lost that fight. Showtime gave him a gift because they knew he was in line to face him. So you go back to the list. Go back to Floyd Mayweather. The fucking infamous Floyd Mayweather versus Manuel Marquez. Now, this is a great fight on paper. But if you know the night, Floyd misses weight. He doesn't get on a scale the next day and gives Marquez like another $7 million or some bullshit to go in and fight. They said he weighed 153 pounds that night he fought Marquez. Marquez, he was a lightweight. Looks good on paper, but we can never forget Floyd missed weight on that fight. Shane Mosley comes a year after Antonio Margarito's beatdown. Shane Mosley comes about 8 years after everyone wanted them to meet at the lightweight division. Floyd had 8 WBC title defenses. Sugar Shane Mosley had like 4 or 5, something like that, IBF lightweights. He was a junior featherweight, which means junior lightweight, and Mosley was the lightweight champ. It would have been a great fight. I think Mosley's in like 30-0. Floyd's like 22-0. They're not too much of a separation. Both champs. 8 title defenses to 4. What a fight it would have been. We don't get it until 7 years later, 3 divisions later. Mosley's pushing, 38, 39? Come on now.
What else have you got up your sleeve? Vladimir Klitschko versus Samuel Peters. Actually, I remember this fight. Before he went on to make 20 title defenses. Jesus Christ. Klitschko never gets the respect he uses.
Wow.
20 defenses of his title.
Pretty good.
And become one of the most... Actually, this is why I like Maddie, and I love Maddie for this. Most prolific heavyweight champion in history. Right there. That's it. Prolific. Fucking 20 defenses, bro. 20 defenses. Klitschko was a rickety fighter. This is still on the shaky chin, right? And then he gets Samuel Peters. Dr. Steelhammer showed his steely grit when he gets up from 3 knockdowns to get a unanimous decision over Samuel Peters. And by the way, I remember this fight. This is when the Kronk's gym reinvented basically Klitschko right after this fight. He started to go straight to the jab and became a rangy fighter who basically sat on the outside. This is the fight that changed him. Up to this point, if you guys don't know, both Klitschkos, by the way, were the most rickety ass chins in boxing for the first parts of their careers. They were. Do you remember that?
I'm trying to remember what side I fell on this fight. The 3 knockdown Lee, I want to say I thought Peter won that fight, but 2 of those knockdowns might come in 1 round, and that's how Klitschko makes it up on points. It's a 10-8 round, but yeah, I do remember that fight. And it was exciting. I don't remember how I called it though. If I had Klitschko actually winning or Peter.
Which Klitschko do you like more? Are you a Dr. Iron Fist or a Dr. Steel Hammer?
Oh, I'm Vitelli.
Oh, you're the older brother.
Yeah. Yes.
Dr. Iron Fist.
Yes.
Let's see. Chirosa. Wow, he beat Dark Chirosa. Chisora.
He beat a lot of guys.
Adamek, Solis, Briggs, Sosnowski, Johnson, Areola, Gomez, Peter. No, Corey Sanders. I remember
fight, bro.
This was based on cut. Fight.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Lennox
Lewis
fight.
split his ass open like a fucking watermelon. I was there. He split him open like a fucking watermelon, Andrew. It was scary.
He beat a lot of the
argument.
guys that Vladimir beat.
Vladimir has a more prolific run. I mean, to be brutally honest. I mean, Jennings, Pulev, Lepai, Povetkin, Panetta, Walk, Thompson, Mormick, Hay, Peter, Chambers, Shagayev, Hasim, Rahman, Tony Thompson, Ingramov. These are all top 10 fighters. These are all top 10 fighters. I know they're all shit.
He doesn't have Lennox Lewis on there though. I don't know if he survives Lennox Lewis's night. Okay, his brother did, so we can gauge his brother up to other greats. He doesn't have a Lennox Lewis on his record, but
I get that, and he lost. And this is what I mean. Early in his career, he and his brother suffer from this. They've got that rickety. He's always had that rickety ass. I agree with him. His comment. He's got that weird chin that gets him in trouble with Sanders and gets him in trouble with Brewster. Oof.
Right.
It is interesting. What else have you got for us, Maddie? Come on. Oh yeah, I agree with the next one. De La Hoya versus Mayorga. Look, it's the shit talking. It's literally, I've been watching this. This came up this week, actually in the feeds. De La Hoya versus Mayorga isn't about the actual fight. It's about Mayorga saying, I'm your daddy, you're my bitch, I'm gonna fuck you in the ring. Like, it's all the shit he did outside the ring for Oscar to get in and just go, fucking, it's business. It's nothing personal. And
this was a fight.
This
was a fight I got totally wrong. Me and Mario, we went to this fight. We had tickets with HBO to go to this. I bet on Mayorga to knock out Oscar De La Hoya. I thought the right hand of Mayorga was going to cause trouble on Oscar all night. Remember, Oscar had a very bad habit of taking a lot of right hands late in his career, and Mayorga just was a good puncher with that. Totally wrong. I mean, I remember the first knockdown, I didn't even stand up. I was so shocked, Lee. I mean, we're talking 30 seconds into the fight, I believe, when he dropped Mayorga with the left hook.
First with the left hook. It happens right out of the gate. When does he actually take the full Mayorga shot? It's like round 3 or 4 where he literally puts out his chin, drops his hand, and goes.
Well, and he got rocked, but it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't.
Oscar was on point that night. He was pissed, and actually, it's one of the endings that I always show Junior before he works his Cobra bag. That's the reason why we do that workout, is because of the 6th round ending that Oscar does on him. Mayorga's trying his best to move, and Oscar's hitting him 3 out of 4 punches every time.
I recommend to everybody, if you've never seen the fight, don't watch the fight. The fight is unspectacular. It's basically Oscar taking someone to school because he was the golden boy back then. What you need to see is literally the press conferences leading up to the fight and how much shit Mayorga talked going into that fight. Like, he talked epic shit. Like, it's so epic, it's almost shocking how epic the shit was.
Called him a faggot. Called his
oh my God, I'm gonna make you my bitch. I'm gonna fuck you in the ring. Yeah. He was crazy. David Diaz versus Eric Morales, great fight in Chicago. WBC lightweight title. Look, anything with Eric Morales, period, in my humble opinion, is a fight worth watching. Same with there's certain fighters. Eric Morales at this point in 2007, every fight was an instant classic. Barrera, like anything he touched, you just knew that Morales with that deadpan stare is just going to go to town. Only a year and a half removed from a great win over Manny Pacquiao, Morales is in a deep career slide, having been knocked out twice by Manny Pacquiao. And then he comes back and gets this David Diaz fight. It's a classic. I remember this fight. David Diaz Morales is a great fight. What were your feelings, Andrew?
Oh, yeah, it was. Hold on real fast, Lee. Hold on.
Okay.
Fuck, hold on real fast.
Okay. I'm stalling. I could turn the computer off at this moment and hit pause and wait for Andrew to come back, but I'm not. I'll take this opportunity to say, hey, go to fightnetradio.com and sign up. Ask us a question. Tell us what fights you want us to watch or do
I
commentary
am back. Are you back? I'm back, bro.
Yeah, I'm back.
Dude, I am so sorry. I heard a garbage truck and instantly thought I forgot to put it out. My bad. My bad, people. Can't go a week. When you're
on Sunday?
No, we don't. Christine's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get back in there. I said, oh, shit.
Right. Yeah, no, right.
My bad, people.
My actual pickup is on Sunday, but what do I know?
Hey, this quarantine, our thing is filled like every week. I don't know. We're eating more. I don't know what the hell's going on. But with everyone home, yeah.
Dude, the amount of garbage I'm creating. I actually ate through my entire refrigerator last week. Dude, I was drinking pickle juice last week. All right. I made carne asada last night, and I still have 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds of carne asada left over. I've got an entire chuck roast that I'm going to smoke on the grill today. And then I've got a whole fucking chicken for later on in the week. I'm out of control. Yeah, well, I'm on lockdown, Andrew. David Diaz versus Erik Morales. Memories of the fight, Andrew?
Great fight. More Morales than Diaz. Morales has just always been that man for boxing. Barrera, Pacquiao. It really doesn't matter. Barrera, did I say that one? Doesn't matter, man. This guy
Barrera, this is coming after
Madonna.
Right after both of the Pacquiao fights.
Marcos Madonna. Danny Garcia. The fucking list goes on and on for Morales. You could actually just put Morales into YouTube, watch all of his fights on a rainy day.
If you had to make an argument, because I put Erik Morales and Barrera in the same kind of weird little capsule at this time, if you could only watch one fighter's fights, would it be Barrera or Morales?
Yeah, Morales. Morales. Listen, Barrera. I love Barrera.
Let me make my argument on Barrera. He did take out Prince Nassim Hamed.
That's his one fight though. Morales goes to the well way more. He takes out Pacquiao, bro. He takes out Pacquiao on fight 1 when we were devastated with the Barrera knockout. Okay, Morales comes right back. And then the Danny Garcia fight and the Madonna fight, especially the Madonna. That was supposed to be a massacre for Golden Boy that night. Their undefeated Madonna, Argentina knockout artist, was going up against a aged veteran in Morales, and Morales damn near won that fight. Probably should have.
So Morales, coming off the losses to Pacquiao, gets David Diaz and goes to war for 12 straight.
Yeah. Yep. Just shows he wasn't done.
By the way,
every time
that's a deep cut.
Every time they thought Morales was done, he came back with a performance like this, and it goes all the way into junior welterweights. Like I said, that Danny Garcia, he had to fight Danny twice to make sure he lost to Danny Garcia. Hello? That really sucks. We were doing so good. Lee's internet has dropped out.
Are you there?
Yeah, there you go. You're back.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna hit the pause button. So the question is, Kendall Holt versus Ricardo Torres. Just go right into it. Count you down. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
What's that? This fight is a good one. Torres, I remember Torres in the Miguel Cotto fight, like it says right there.
This conference will now be recorded.
Andrew, to you. Holt, Torres, second fight, first round KO.
I don't really. This one's a blast from the past here. Don't have too much on it. I remember, obviously we remember both fighters. I believe Kendall Holt was the one that was supposed to fight Pacquiao. For some reason, never got his shot. Ricardo Torres coming off of his Miguel Cotto fight where he almost stopped Cotto, but really never became anything else. Prospect fizzled out. Hello? Nah.
Oh my gosh.
Just end it, bro. We did 2 hours.
This conference will now be recorded.
It's all right. We're at the end anyway. Hey, sorry for you broadcast people. It's 10 o'clock now on the West Coast, which means everybody has jumped on internet all around me. Do you remember the Kendall Holt?
No, not like that. Not vividly like that. No, sir.
And he never really did anything. How strange is that?
No,
that
both guys kind of fizzled out. Yeah, both guys did.
Miguel Cotto, right? Joshua Clottey. It's a good fight. That's a bowl of soup watching fight. I actually like this fight against Clottey. I don't think it should have been as tough as it was. Cotto, who's constantly on a comeback trail, right? It always seems that Cotto's always on some kind of weird comeback trail. Gets a hold of Joshua Clottey, who is kind of on the way up. I like this fight a lot. This is a good cut.
This was a real hard fight for Miguel Cotto because of the fight prior, the Margarito matchup where many felt he quit. Well, I even thought he quit, Lee. He looks at his corner and shakes his head no. His dad throws in the towel. In this fight, he couldn't do it. A lot of people were giving Cotto shit for that Margarito quit. Look, he was ahead on the scorecards. It was the 11th round. He only had 3 more minutes to take, and he would have won that fight on the cards. He just couldn't do it. In this Clottey fight, no one was going to put up with that again. You know, in boxing, especially in the American circuit, I know in the Europe side, they respect a man who will take a knee and submit in a fight, but not in America, not in Mexico. You know, in Mexico, they used to throw fucking the cushions from the chairs or beers into the ring. Matter of fact, we just seen it a few months ago when Chavez Jr. quit with the broken nose. They started throwing stuff into the crowd.
Shit at him. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so they don't put up with this a lot. Miguel Cotto had to rough this one out. It was a very bad cut. This is one of the reasons why Cotto's career, as far as in the elite level, doesn't last. He took a lot of punishment to his eye on this night.
Yep, I completely agree. What else has he got? Are we all done? We made it through the Matty list. There's some good deep cuts here.
Yeah, there's a few gems in there. There's a few gems. He started out real rough. He started out at that Ruiz Holyfield. That one kind of threw me off right there.
Ooh, that's a little rough.
Yeah,
I would give shit to Matty about that one.
I would never suggest to watch that fight on a rainy day. I'm just dead serious right now. Maybe if you want to
my whole thing is, what do I like? What's your go-to? Like, if it were a rainy day, what's your go-to food? Is it tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich? Are you like me on this one? Like, it's raining outside.
Vegetable, grilled cheese. I've still got to have my beef. I know you're not supposed to. You're supposed to do chicken, blah, blah, blah. I'm a vegetable beef soup guy. Go to bed.
Are you really? I'm a tomato soup and grilled cheese. Or you know what? Even better, like clam chowder. I'm a beach guy. Clam chowder with a really nice crusty sourdough bread, and watching boxing in my big chair with the big screen.
What is the one? Oh, she makes me so many. My wife is a very good cook with soups, bro. I could name off a few of them Christina can do. No, yeah, I'm very spoiled here. I really am.
Look, now that I've had chicken adobo down here, I got to go up there and see how your wife's chicken is.
Well, she don't.
And get the Filipino vibe and get that Filipino vibe up there. That's not the side that
taught her how to cut. That's not the side that taught her how to cook, though.
Oh, really? They didn't. She doesn't do any Filipino food at all.
No.
Oh my God. That's tragic for you.
Her grandmother Ruth Benavides was actually a cook, so she gets it from her grandmother. Her Benavides.
She does more Mexican side than the Filipino side. Yeah. I thought she had a Filipino streak in her.
She eats her hamburgers with soy sauce. If that's
no.
Well, then I'm telling you, no.
All right, I'll come up. I'll get the recipe from the girlfriend, and I'll come up and teach her the adobo, where you just shred a chicken and just go to town.
I'm sure she knows how to make it, Lee. I'm sure in the 23 years of being with her, she does. But I'm just telling you, it's more of the Benavides side. Yes, sir.
Look, don't get me wrong. I'm totally down. Last night was pretty epic on the grill, man. I grilled all the vegetables and then ground them up into a salsa. Then had real carne asada. Tremendous. With the sunset, with people watching the bioluminescence off the coast and knowing that all the white people in Orange County can't go to the beach. Just makes me happy.
Now, I went to some parties on her Legazpi side that had some tremendous dishes, and a lot of the Filipino dishes taste like Mexican food. There's a lot of similarities.
No, there's
to
a lot.
cooking.
Okay, so my trainer in Vegas, right, has and shout out to Will. Happy birthday to Will this week. Let's give a shout out to longtime contributor Guillermo Willie Jimenez. It's only fair to give him a shout out. How old is he now? 60 or 70?
Yeah, he's younger than all of us.
And
He's
by the way,
one.
when is that fucking car gonna run? All right, I'm just saying he doesn't listen to the show. Are there people who listen to this show that know Will?
I don't know. He got it back though, so that's good.
For everybody who's in that little mutual, I want you guys to do me a favor because you're regular listeners to the show and friends of Will's and Andrew's. I want you to send him a text going, "Hey, when the fuck is that car gonna run?"
Stop it, dude. Stop it. It will run one. It has ran, I hope, before.
Has it?
I think it did.
Has it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what it was doing. I think he was doing car shows. Maybe they just tow it, Lee. Maybe they just
tow it from show to show. And by the way, and here's the other thing for everybody who's a Will friend who listens to the show, ask him when he's going to be a Raiders fan now that they're in Vegas, which would be hilarious.
He has stopped teasing me a few years ago when I started with, "Don't worry, all your kids are going to be Raider fans."
They are.
It's going to be very hard to keep that away when they live in the city.
I got to lay off because his kid's trainer is my trainer in Vegas. And by the way, he's Filipino. And when we opened that gym, real Filipino food.
If you ever.
Jesus Christ. Eddie Yeagan's family made food that just blew my mind. Oh, my God. It was great. That was so much fun.
If they open.
His kids are savages. So your kid is training to be a boxer. His kids are training to be MMA fighters with Eddie. Oh my God. Savage. Fucking savage.
Sad.
Yeah. Savage. It's savage. You guys are creating killers. I'm just being perfectly honest.
No, my kids have to learn for self-defense before anything. I don't even know what Junior's gonna.
Your kids are trying to eat their way through a wooden fence in the backyard.
Yeah, no shit. I know. Giovanni finally started trying to impress one of his older cousins a few nights ago and was finally throwing punches. I got a jab left out of him.
I'm going to tell you this about your boys, and you know this. When they hit puberty and it's about girls, you're in all kinds of trouble. You are just.
You got to talk to them.
Dude. It's not about putting tough skins on them and making sure they're not eating through a wooden fence. Now they're going after women. Jesus. Your boys are savages. Same with Will's kids. His fucking kids are savages too.
Yep.
The fact that you've got them both into some kind of sports is the only thing that's going to save your ass. Nothing makes me happier than knowing that I've got a daughter. It's way less work. Way less work.
Our work is coming though.
We're both on 16. It's cars and boys. It's just, oh my God, dude. August for me. When's your daughter start driving?
Nah, she ain't. Not right now. I need good grades.
When does she turn 16? When does she turn 16?
It's not a right. Driving is a privilege. It's not a right. I need common sense. I need grades. I need everything on tip-top shape. I'm not putting anyone on the street that's going to jeopardize my insurance or my family's health. So
I've already sent my car over. I don't give a flying crap.
Yeah, I know.
I'm over it.
But
let my daughter go.
I can't do it. I can't do it. She's got to show me a whole lot to get behind that wheel. No, I wasn't a guy that started at 16, and neither was Christina.
Actually, I was not allowed to drive on the freeway. So my mom kept me capsulized by saying, you can drive anywhere you want. You just can't take the freeway. And if you get caught on the freeway, you'll never drive again. So we figured out how to drive all the way from East LA, basically, to the beach on side streets. Yeah, you take Rosemead. You take Rosemead all the way to the beach. It goes all the way down. Rosemead becomes Lakewood, and it goes all the way to the beach.
Yeah, no doubt. Then I learned, you know those roads. Basically, it's the old highways, right? Before the freeways were put in.
Yeah. They're highways, technically.
Yes,
right.
Sir. Yes,
and then we learned how to ditch school, and then we found pot, and the rest is history.
hopefully by the time she's a senior, she'll be driving up the street. Her school is only up the street, and it's about a mile and a half away up the street. Hopefully
my
one
daughter
day she
can walk
will.
to school. She doesn't need a car, technically. She can walk. It's a block and a half.
I was just told we were under a year on the Infinity, so we will most likely keep that car and then look to purchase another after we're done paying, and that will go down to ease up. So
I'll give my daughter the tank, right? I'll give her the CRV. Just give her the tank. I'll get myself a scooter because I'm never leaving the beach for the rest of my life. I'm gonna die at the beach.
She has an out. It's just up to her now.
I tell this to everybody. If you don't have transportation, go online and look at Zebra. Get yourself an electric scooter with insurance. It's $120 a month. That's a no-brainer in my universe. Give my daughter the car. I'll take Uber or Lyft. I'm going to go get trashed at a fight, or if I'm going to go to a fight, you're going to fly anyway. Fuck it. Get a scooter for around town. I'm going to die at the beach, bro. I'm going to die.
No one else is listening. All right, people.
That'll do it. Go to fightnetradio.com. There's your inside stuff. We gave you 2 hours of audio. Tune in on Wednesday. Andrew and I will be watching Paul Malignaggi versus Artem Lobov, which is hilarious. It's hilarious. 20 minutes, Andrew.
We're going to try to talk McGregor back in.
Do you want a preview of how hilarious this fight actually is? It's hilarious. It's hilarious, Andrew. Here's a preview. It's hilarious. They're fighting in a Hooters circle. Okay? They have no gloves on. Their hands aren't even wrapped. Let's just skip ahead to when he starts bleeding like a stuck pig. They're just basically holding him together with... Look at him. Look at them. They're a hot mess, Andrew. This fight is a hot mess. Look at his face.
Hey, there's a cut.
He was split right open. Oh, he bled everywhere, bro. Look at Paulie. He's bleeding everywhere. I don't even know how this fight came to be. Like, I don't know how much you can offer Paul Malignaggi to make this fight happen, and he's just bleeding everywhere. How is he not beating the fuck out of somebody at his skill level?
Well, Lee, bare knuckle for a guy who had 8 operations on one hand. I mean, seriously, we kind of knew this going in, that this is not the boxer that you want on a bare knuckle fight. He literally, if you've ever seen Paul Malignaggi's right hand, it's scarred up all on the top of it. There's cut marks everywhere.
I would have to believe Paul Malignaggi, who's probably been fighting since the age of 5, would have enough of a jab to be able to take someone. Artem Lobov? Are you fucking kidding me?
Lee, you should be able to 7 knockouts. 7. Okay?
I get that.
And like 30 fights. This guy isn't fucking hurting a fly. He isn't cracking an egg. And he's in a bare knuckles fight with maybe someone who hits harder. So, Paul Malignaggi is not the guy you want for knockouts. I'm sorry. I mean, that was built for him to lose. You're right. Maybe he should have moved around and just thrown a jab, but...
Also on our watch-along on Wednesday is, of course, the most controversial fight of somebody actually carrying a fighter for 7 rounds. Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, who doesn't even put his hands up. Like, by the way, I would recommend for everybody to go back and watch me fight Danny. Danny and I look like Floyd. We just put our hands up and let somebody tee off on us each time. I'm not saying the fight is fixed, but I'm telling you, based on the way Floyd is behaving, you want to see how to fix a fight? Put your hands up and let the other dude tee off on your arms. It doesn't hurt, and it looks great. Floyd's not doing anything. He's not.
He was sparring. Shame on me. I didn't see it. I thought Floyd was going to disrespect.
The only one who made money on this was Bobby Capucci, who said it's going to be stoppage by Floyd.
Well, yeah, but that was probably minus fucking 5,000.
No, he got
the money. 2-1. The money was the 18-1. 18-1 in the 10th round or 11th round. He stopped
of course. He knew when he could stop this fight. Fuck, I'd drop him.
I can't believe that you got positive numbers on a stoppage in this. The guy had never fought in before, and he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, bro. I don't know. All right. That is it for me, dude.
That is it.
We are tearing it up out there.
Yep. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Fight now! Radio. FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee. Talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net!